Don't be afraid of your sketchbooks. What up friends, Liron here. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today I want to talk to you about a phenomenon I hear and address it. And I see it in many places, in websites, blogs, forums, anywhere. People are scared of their sketchbooks. They open up the sketchbook on the first page, it's a blank page, it's all empty, and they're like, I gotta put in something perfect here. I have to create something that will be a good start to this sketchbook, start on the right foot. But actually it doesn't matter, and let me tell you why, okay? This first cripples you because you don't know how to start, and it's ridiculous because a sketchbook is only meant for this, to sketch and to enjoy and to create what you want. You see, this here says moleskin. It shouldn't say moleskin, it should say freedom. This should literally be called freedom because this is one of the only places where you can experience complete freedom. You're only working for yourself, for your own experience, to sort of even document your own life, the places you see, the things you feel, the stories you have to tell, and it's just for you. Now, granted, some of you will share these, which is awesome. Like me, I share my sketchbooks, but for the most part, this is 100% selfish. It's not like making a sort of painting or work for a client. It's not like something you share or a project you do for someone else. This is for you. And let me tell you one thing. Freedom is one of the most important variables in deciding if your work will be good or not. You need to have proper technique, you have to master or be competent in the medium you work in. But you also need to feel a sense of freedom, because if you don't, all the experience will sort of stay stifled and stuck within you. Okay, so freedom is really an important variable for your success. And here you can experience it. You can get a taste of it. Let me give you an example. So a few days ago, I felt really stuck in my painting. And I decided I'll just go a la prima. I'll just paint immediately with the watercolor with barely any guidelines and see the result. Okay, so it's really ugly on the one hand, but you can kind of see what this is. There's a boat, there's a ladder. Look at the ugly stains because I used too wet of a wash in the beginning. The paints, the colors don't really work together, but this really helped me unstifle and get to a more creative headspace. Okay, just an example. And later on I did this people thing that many of you saw and many of you loved. But if I wouldn't have this sketchbook, this place of ultimate freedom, I wouldn't be able to do that, okay? So that's the first thing. Now, let's look at another important idea that will determine your success. And this is, and it's a bit weird, but bear with me. I believe we are all sort of born or created with a certain number of predetermined failures we have to go through, aka experience. So when you just begin with watercolor or with pencil sketching or with graphite sketching or with pen or with sculpting or with composing or with whatever it is you do, you are not good at what you do. You have no idea. You have a learning curve to go through. And guess what? That learning curve isn't going anywhere. You're not going to just wake up magically and know what you're doing, which is perfectly fine. The thing is, you have to go through it. Now, if you're like me, you want to run through it, you want to dash through it and get all the failures that you have to go through to get to the place you want to be at. Some people may decide to take it slowly and, maybe they'll never reach their goal, or maybe they don't care, maybe they don't have a really predetermined important goal. But the point is that between you and your success, or should it be you and your success, there's this predetermined number of failures, of work that you won't be pleased with, of things you won't be happy with, that stands in your way. You just have to go through it and you'll get there. And this is the number one way to do it. It's just so awesome. And when you fill it up and when it's really full, like this smaller moleskin I have here, you're just gonna feel so proud. It's just, let me show you, let me do a riff through it. It's all full of stuff. And you're gonna be so proud and happy and you won't care if this is average. And let me tell you another secret. Once this thing is full of sketches, of your sketches, it automatically becomes much prettier. All your work becomes much prettier, even if it was like average or below, because it's a full sketchbook. That's the secret, okay? So remember that. Do not be afraid of your sketchbooks. First off, freedom is super important to create good art. Second, you have already a predetermined number of losses and failures you have to go through to get to your success. Why not just burst and run through them using this? Okay, so this from now on will be called freedom. You're gonna sketch and paint in your freedom, and you're gonna do whatever you want with it, and you won't be afraid, and you won't feel like you have to create something perfect here, because that's the whole idea of a sketchbook. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed this rant with some tips mixed in there. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I upload a video every single day. And also don't forget to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, where I post more live updates of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, the things that go through my mind. And yeah, this is it. I will see you again tomorrow.